Tell me what happens here.
The main focus for the Women and Children's Centre is distribution. So we're really aware that a lot of the women aren't accessing the other distribution centres because the vast majority of people obviously are men. So we decided to set up somewhere that we could kind of secure and make sure it was women only, and then everyone would feel comfortable coming here. So we distribute twice a week. And we issue tickets for women to come at an allocated time, and we have a shop. So we have everything, shoes, clothes, hygiene products, and obviously we've got many smaller children, so we make sure that they've got access to nappies, baby milks, and we're here so if there's any special requests, if there's allergies or something like that for food, then we can make sure they're getting that as well. And we've been here nearly 6 months, so I guess late November, early December, we peaked at over 400 women accessing our distribution in 1 week. The majority of women here have got children. So, we're looking at least 100 younger children under the age of 8. We have a number of babies. We estimate there are over 500 unaccompanied minors living in the jungle that might have or do have family in the UK. So these children are legally able to apply to transfer their asylum claim. At the moment, I believe Citizen UK have got 50 live cases and the rest are waiting to be processed. So they are, many of them, still in the jungle. Some have moved on, some of them we've lost contact with, which is obviously very worrying. Outside of that, we have many unaccompanied children who do not have family in the UK. All of these children are trying to get to the UK. So between the ages of, say, 14 and 17, I'd say it's in the hundreds. Below 14, the numbers do drop off. When we got this space, we realised we do 2 days mass distribution. And so we had this wonderful space, so we decided to ask the women what they'd like to use the space for. And the top request was to have a pamper day. If mum is relaxed and receiving a bit of care and attention, we know that she can carry on with the incredibly difficult task of looking after young children in this environment.
Ici, c'est le centre juridique. C'est construit par Charpentiers sans frontières à l'initiative de l'appel de Calais ou l'appel des 800. C'est un centre juridique qui offre de l'information aux réfugiés de la jungle sur les demandes d'asile. Depuis le 11 janvier, ils ont vu 450 personnes différentes pour répondre à des questions sur des demandes d'asile, soit en France, soit en Angleterre, réunification familiale, etc. Et ces personnes sont souvent revenues 3 fois, 4 fois, 10 fois. Donc il y a eu énormément de passages. L'autre chose qui est utilisée dans ce centre juridique, c'est la collecte de témoignages sur les violences policières. Il y a eu 50 plaintes qui ont été prises depuis 1 mois et 13 vont avoir des suites parce tout a été fait dans les règles et c'est plus qu'un témoignage. Donc c'est un centre juridique extrêmement important qui existe pour la première fois sur la jungle et qui répond à un besoin énorme. Ici, c'est l'Ashram Kitchen qui est directement sur la jungle et qui sert 400 repas le matin et 400 repas l'après-midi. Donc il y a 800 personnes ici So can you tell us what this youth center is about? How many kids use it? What happens every day in it?
Yeah, so this is Baloo's Youth Centre. We have regular contact with around 150 boys. It's first and foremost an open, protected space, somewhere where they can get away from everything that goes on out there in the jungle. So it's a mix of sport and education. Sport 3 times a week, cricket and football most commonly, and then education is a lot of either English or sort of science experiments, fun, enjoyable things to really engage the kids to kind of help get them to learn in a fun way. What happens if the jungle does come to an end, and it's quite terrifying for a lot of them. You can feel it. Every day you can feel it. It's getting worse and worse. It's getting darker.
Because they don't know where they
They don't know where they're going to go. They really don't know. They have no idea what to do. So.
Ici, l'infirmerie attenante à l'école qui se propose de soigner surtout les femmes et les femmes enceintes, les femmes qui ont des problèmes gynécologiques, mais aussi toute la bobologie habituelle tellement nécessaire aux besoins des réfugiés qui habitent ici.
L'école, elle fonctionne avec l'aide de bénévoles, donc il y a des enseignants bénévoles qui viennent chaque semaine à des heures régulières et il y a en plus des bénévoles qui les rejoignent ponctuellement. On accueille un groupe de 20 enfants au maximum dans cette classe. Il y a des enfants qui viennent tous les jours au cours, il y a des cours qui sont assurés 7 jours sur 7, que ce soit pour les enfants ou pour les adultes. On a déjà accueilli plus d'une centaine d'enfants dans cette classe. Il y a notamment un petit garçon là qui disait que ça faisait 1 an qu'il n'était pas allé à l'école et que ici c'était son école. Donc ça permet aux enfants de renouer avec la scolarisation, avec le fait d'être avec d'autres enfants, de vivre ensemble, d'être dans les apprentissages. C'est vraiment important de conserver cette école. Pour les adultes, c'est pareil, il y a facilement de 30 à 40 adultes chaque jour dans la classe. Il y en a qui restent du matin au soir. Il y a environ de 4 à 8 heures de cours par jour pour les enfants et plus pour les adultes qui restent un peu plus tard le soir. On y apprend l'anglais, le français. Pour les enfants, c'est de la numération, c'est des langues, c'est du vocabulaire, c'est des jeux, des ateliers créatifs. Actuellement, il n'y a pas d'autre possibilité pour ces enfants d'accéder à l'éducation que cette structure qui est insuffisante mais qui est indispensable. Et voilà, c'est vraiment sur la base du volontariat. Ici, il y a aussi un espace de motricité pour les bébés parce que les parents ne peuvent pas apprendre à marcher à leurs enfants dans le camp parce qu'il y a de la boue partout. Ici, il y a un espace sécurisé avec des tapis en mousse pour que les enfants puissent apprendre à marcher. Il y a une grosse demande en fait. Les parents sont très contents que leurs enfants puissent venir ici à l'école. C'est important de préserver ça.
Ciel est clair sur le chemin de l'école, une carte à pourrer, dentifrice sèche, un livre d'histoire, c'est de ça que je rigole. Jean bleu troué sur les fesses, et par le joint, c'est
What is Jungle Radio?
la première
Jungle Radio is a program that made from Katie and Karen. It's a big group that working and talking about jungle.
How does radio help refugees in the camp?
The radio help like everyone that talking in radio and the Europe can listen to them to the refugee and know about their problems.
So, what is this place?
This is the Good Chance Theatre that was set up about 4.5 months ago, and it's really a huge cultural and artistic space for anyone and everyone in the jungle to come and find relief or to confront their situation, to express themselves and share stories.
We work across all art forms, so we try to serve as many people as possible, and we have around 1,000 people that come every week, hundreds every day, and to the main events that we have in the evening we have around 250 people that come, and it's a place where you can be together, and it's a place of community and of sanctuary, which we feel is very important in situations like this where so much of that is taken away, and there are lots of brilliant organisations that are doing similar things, and we work in theatre and arts to try and provide that important thing.
Okay. And a lot of the people who use the theatre are children, many of them unaccompanied minors, and actually a space where they can come, where they can be themselves, where they can, draw or paint or dance or sing in whatever way they feel is absolutely crucial for them, because the trauma they're experiencing is really very dangerous. So it's important to have spaces of safety, amid the chaos of the jungle.
Love is my religion. Love is my religion, yeah, yeah. Love is my religion, yeah. Love is my religion.
The church is very important for our life. Without the church, is nothing. All my people also is nothing. Yeah, so the church is very important. When you came here, you will forget everything because of the church. When you are get the church, it means you are praying. When you are praying, you get the solution. I think is from you are the God. So I think for the church of His prophet, is not as small. Is very, very, very big.
Okay. Yeah. It's important to maintain the relationship with God in this place, or?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
2,500 camp? Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. And 500 is when? From different communities.
Yeah.
Sudan, Arab, Kurdish.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, different communities from Kurdistan, Iraq, Iran, Sudan, Eritrea.
لكن ما حساب كلين دي خود سي فاهمين الكلام حساب كلين دي خود تقريبا.
Yeah. That doesn't count, but yeah.
Donc c'est une mosquée qui sert à toutes les communautés musulmanes, irakiennes, pakistanaises, afghanes, iraniennes, soudanaises. Et il peut y avoir jusqu'à 2000 personnes ou 2500 personnes qui utilisent cette mosquée, surtout le samedi, le plus grand jour de prière.
خو کوران نشي نو دا به بهتره وي ځکه چې دومره خلک به عبادت زید عبادت نه لري دلته وزنه زیاده چې د عبادت کوي بل ځان لري نو کوران نشي دا بهتره وي.
So they say they want the government they let stay the mosque for those people because many communities they want to use this place for the prayer and they couldn't do nothing against government, but if government if it's possible to let stay the mosque, so the people will be happy to use for the prayer.
Voilà, donc l'imam demande que la mosquée soit pas détruite parce qu'elle est trop importante pour tous les gens qui l'utilisent et qu'ils n'ont pas le pouvoir de la garder en place par eux-mêmes, et ils demandent au gouvernement de la laisser en place.
listening to them, listening to their stories about what brought them here, about why they're here, about where they need to go, about what will best support them. Children, families, women, people who are, they're dispossessed people. They're not migrants. These people are refugees, and the language has to change.
If they want to be refugees, they can have to the prefecture to make a form to have the status of refugee. You have this possibility.
Meanwhile,
many people.
Meanwhile, life has brought them here to this place where they've set up structures where they can actually feel human. Yeah?
Have you seen the tear gas canisters? Have you read the reports of police brutality?
I hope you got that on film.
Here we survey more than 2,000 people, but they announce in the newspaper and something like that they have only 800 people, but they are liars.
You don't trust them?
No, never.